Hello there. It's the closest thing between you and an extraterrestrial creature. A boneless, azure-blooded being with 3 hearts, 9 brains, and 8 arms. With regenerative powers akin to the mythical Hydra, masterful camouflage abilities, exceptional intelligence, and tool usage. But after hundreds of millions of years of evolution, they've yet to establish a civilization of their own. We're talking about octopuses, the most peculiar creatures on the planet. Octopuses are soft-bodied, head-footed creatures, also known as cephalopods, and they're quite the familiar face on the dinner tables of many. But before you take a big bite and relish its rich flavor, let me tell you some facts that might make you appreciate your meal a bit more. An octopus boasts around 500 million nerve cells, equivalent to a dog's brain, dubbed a dog's brain. Sounds like a lot, but that's just a fraction compared to your nerve cells, 86 billion neurons, 172 times the number of nerve cells in an octopus. What sets octopuses apart is that they have 9 brains, a central brain housing around 180 million nerve cells, and 8 mini-brains, essentially one in each arm. Each of these brains contains about 40 million nerve cells, over twice the number of neurons in an average frog's entire body. This centralized arrangement allows each arm of the octopus to function independently of each other in the main brain, enabling them to move freely, touch, taste food without commands from the brain. Of course, the brain still holds the reins and can issue commands to each arm when necessary, like when it says, "Hey, don't eat that." In humans, the phrase "faster than the brain can process" is often an exaggeration. But in octopuses, it's a norm. But if you think the octopus's head is all brains, you're mistaken. In fact, where it houses its stomach, the brain lies in front of the forehead, between the eyes, below the stomach. More bewilderingly, the esophagus conducts food from the mouth to the stomach straight through the brain. When an octopus needs to swallow a large bite, the esophagus stretches out to the brain to deliver the food to the stomach. When bitten by a shark, an octopus can self-amputate one or more of its arms and swim away with equivalent quality new ones growing back in a few months. The octopus is a top-notch boneless brainiac. A giant octopus at the National Marine Life Center in Birmingham astounded onlookers by solving a Rubik's Cube in just 52 seconds, for real. The video you just watched is just an April Fool's prank. However, octopuses are still intelligent creatures. They have extremely flexible arms, can learn and solve puzzles, navigate mazes, play with objects, and open jars from both inside and out. They can even squeeze through much smaller holes than their bodies. Against an 84-centimeter, over 2-pound octopus, it can shrink and squeeze through a hole with a diameter of just 5 centimeters. Quite impressive, isn't it? Octopuses are also among the few animal species that know how to use tools. They know to carry around empty shells to use as hiding places or mobile shields to ward off attacks from predators. If you still remember, about 2.6 million years ago, our ancestors first learned to use tools. And could this be a sign that octopuses are building their own civilization? We'll delve deeper into this issue in the later part of the video. Hey, if you've made it this far into the video, why not smash that like button and subscribe? It'll greatly help me to create even better content. Thank you so much. One remarkable aspect of octopuses is that they have up to 3 hearts. Now, you might wonder, what on earth do they need all those hearts for? Well, unlike mammals, including humans, with red blood rich in iron-containing hemoglobin, octopuses have blue blood due to a copper-containing protein called hemocyanin. Essentially, copper-rich proteins work very efficiently in harsh, low-oxygen conditions, ideal for life in the ocean. However, hemocyanin binds to oxygen less efficiently than hemoglobin does. Octopuses compensate for this by having 3 hearts, with 2 branchial hearts pumping blood through the gills to pick up oxygen. Then, the central heart distributes the oxygen-rich blood throughout the rest of the body. Does your iPhone have facial recognition? Well, octopuses might as well. Now, does your iPhone know to squirt water at you when it dislikes you? Octopuses sure do. At the University of Otago in New Zealand, an employee somehow earned a spot on an octopus's blacklist. Every time this person walked past the tank, the octopus expressed its displeasure by spitting or squirting water at them. This suggests that octopuses seemingly have a sort of face ID because all the employees there wear uniforms. Camouflage is a common skill among most invertebrates in the sea, but octopuses have taken it to a whole new level. The mimic octopus lifts 6 of its arms to impersonate seaweed and moves backward. On the remaining 2 arms, the octopus stretches out its 6 rounded arms under its body to resemble a coconut lying vertically on the seafloor. Interestingly, both of these movements allow the octopus to crawl faster than when using all 8 legs. Moreover, the mimicry capabilities of octopuses go even further. They can twist their bodies, rearrange their arms to imitate the prey of their predators. Crafty, isn't it? Those harmed seek revenge on others. They can spread their arms out to mimic the spines of a lionfish, or they gather all 8 arms on one side and swim with a jet stream to imitate a river eel. But wait, octopuses have only one type of light-sensitive cell, so they are colorblind and only see the world in shades of gray. So how on earth can these creatures with arms growing from their heads become masters of disguise? Think about it. Why would such intelligent creatures risk showing off a flashy, colorful mating dance if both the females and themselves are colorblind? Their adversaries, the fish, aren't. And how can they camouflage themselves in the surrounding environment when they don't even know what color it is? Well, octopuses, along with cuttlefish and other cephalopods, have only one type of light-sensitive cell used to distinguish between black and white. But that doesn't mean they're colorblind. The crystalline lens in our eyes acts like a lens. It converges light onto the retina, while simultaneously splitting white light into different colors. Humans and other mammals have round pupils. It provides us with a sharp focus with all colors concentrating on the same point. Octopuses and their kind have differently shaped pupils. Sometimes it's U-shaped, W-shaped, allowing light to pass through the crystalline lens from multiple directions and converge on the retina at different wavelengths corresponding to different colors. This is called chromatic dispersion or chromatic aberration. Scientists believe this is how octopuses see colors with just a single type of light-sensitive cell. Depending on the species, octopuses boast anywhere from thousands to millions of pigment cells known as chromatophores scattered across their skin. Each of these cells serves as a pouch holding hundreds of thousands of nano-sized pigment granules. Encasing each cell is a dynamic matrix structure, interlinked with hundreds of muscle fibers, tasked with stretching and morphing the shape of the cell, enabling light to penetrate and reflect color from the pigment granules. While a peacock mantis shrimp takes over a minute to alter its body color, an octopus simply needs a wink of an eye, roughly 10 seconds, to shift hues up to a staggering 177 times in an hour. But wait, there's more. Octopuses also possess the remarkable ability to manipulate the structure of their skin using minuscule raised bumps called papillae. These can expand to render the skin as smooth as ocean waves or contract to give it a rugged texture akin to rocks. Thus, the octopus emerges as a boneless, azure-blooded marvel sporting 3 hearts, 9 brains, and 8 arms, with regenerative capabilities rivaling the mythical Hydra, topped with an unparalleled mastery of camouflage, exceptional intelligence, and adeptness in tool usage. And that's not all. Dubbed as Earth's closest approximation to extraterrestrial beings, octopuses prompt contemplation far beyond the realms of terrestrial existence. In a groundbreaking study published in 2018 on the Cambrian explosion of life, researchers floated the intriguing notion that octopuses might have hitchhiked on asteroids to Earth in the form of frozen eggs. They theorized that cataclysmic volcanic eruptions or celestial collisions might have ejected these cephalopods from their native habitat, with their eggs preserved on icy comets traversing billions of kilometers through space before landing on Earth. This study sparked intense debate, reviving a seemingly forgotten hypothesis regarding the origins of life known as panspermia, suggesting that life in the universe may have drifted from one star system to another on the tails of comets. And from these comets, resilient entities like viruses, hardy creatures like tardigrades, or even frozen octopus eggs could have seeded Earth. Fast forward from 441 to 330 million years ago to the Cambrian explosion, a brief yet monumental period in Earth's history marked by an unprecedented surge in both the quantity and diversity of life forms. Among the 53,000 modern animal, plant, and fungal species spanning from 25 to 30,000, including the putative ancestors of octopuses, this event unfolded within a mere 11 million years. Scientists hypothesize that octopus eggs may have been fertilized and cryopreserved on a comet that plunged into the sea at the onset of the Cambrian explosion. Alternatively, an extraterrestrial strain of virus, such as a retrovirus capable of altering the genetic structure of host cells, could have infected ancestral mollusk germ cells, rapidly propelling them into octopus-like forms. Though tantalizing, this hypothesis encounters a terrestrial snag. Retroviruses only infect specific host organisms. An extraterrestrial retrovirus wouldn't evolve to serve Earth's creatures, certainly lacking specificity for a creature like a squid or octopus. Meaning, for a virus, like a retrovirus, to transform a squid into an octopus, it would have to be rooted in an Octopusian planetary origin. And such a leap is astronomically improbable, if not downright speculative. Another nail in the coffin for this hypothesis came when the octopus genome was decoded in 2015, revealing that the genes of modern octopuses diverged from squids around 135 million years ago, long after the Cambrian explosion ended. While octopuses may not hail from outer space, their uncanny traits defy conventional explanation. They, along with their cephalopod brethren, have even stumbled upon an evolutionary hack. For most animals, mutations occur first in DNA, then get transcribed into RNA, and finally get translated into altered proteins. Octopuses, however, take a different route. They can modify proteins without altering DNA designs. This not-so-small theory allows them to effect cellular changes at lightning speed, adapting rapidly to environmental shifts without waiting for the slow traditional evolutionary processes. To paint a vivid picture, imagine this. An octopus boasts around 33,000 genes, half of which have the ability to regulate RNA. Humans, on the other hand, possess roughly 20,000 genes, with only a handful capable of similar feats. Now, the burning question arises, why haven't octopuses established an underwater civilization yet? If not as grandiose as humans, they should at least rival ants, right? Well, the answer largely lies in their short lifespan and solitary lifestyle. With about 300 recorded species, octopuses live a meager 6 months to 5 years. Like most fast-living creatures, their ideal existence revolves around reproduction. However, birthing offspring isn't sufficient for building a civilization. In males, the first and only mating triggers an intense aging process. Octopus cells deteriorate without repair or replacement, and death is scheduled shortly after, within weeks or at most a few months, post-egg laying. Females devote their final energies to guarding and aerating the eggs with incessant fan-like siphon movements. They quickly deteriorate and often perish soon after the eggs hatch. And when their parents reunite in the depths, it marks the beginning of a young octopus's misfortune. With no one around to guide them on navigating the world, nest-making, camouflage techniques, hunting strategies, or survival tactics, they live a solitary life. Fortunately, they possess brains intelligent enough to problem-solve. But intelligence alone isn't sufficient. The solitary lifestyle of octopuses prevents any accumulated knowledge from being passed down to future generations. Each octopus has the intellect of Einstein, but it becomes meaningless if their offspring have to start everything from scratch. Picture playing a game like Candy Crush Saga without a save game feature. Not so fun, huh? Humans and social animals thrive in a society where knowledge and experience are transmitted through behavior. Octopuses lack such a society where knowledge is disseminated and accumulated. Hence their civilization halts at a lone wolf level. However, that's not a good thing after octopuses have existed for hundreds of millions of years. And if their intelligence isn't reset after each generation, and their skills can't be passed down from one life to the next, do humans stand a chance to build our own civilization? Or have octopuses conquered the world millions of years ago? You've got 2 hands, but an octopus has up to 8, from wrestling to sword fighting, gunplay to rock throwing, javelin tossing, you name it, they've mastered it. Do you feel a pang of regret that octopuses can't build their own shared civilization? Feel free to comment below, but remember to like the video if you found it fascinating, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on the latest content from new facts every day. For now, goodbye and see you in the next video.